Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories in corporate filings. And today we have a real gem of a resignation and shareholder meeting to unpack. Alright, if you like getting these no-nonsense breakdowns of company reports, make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, where we dive even deeper into these filings. We are diving into the latest filing from Magnolia Bancorp, Incorporated, a company that seems to be making some significant internal shifts, while also getting shareholder approval on some key plans. So the big news right out of the gate is a leadership change. Anita C. Canberra has stepped down as Vice President, Chief Financial Officer and Secretary. Now, according to the report, she had initially wanted to step back from the CFO role back in September of 2024. She graciously stayed on part-time to ensure a smooth handover, which is always a good sign of professionalism. The company and Miss Canberra mutually agreed to terminate her employment agreement without any additional compensation, which keeps things clean. Importantly, though, she will remain a director for both the company and its subsidiary, meaning she is still involved with the big picture. Taking the reins as the new Chief Financial Officer is Donis Wagner. She is a certified public accountant and a chartered global management accountant, which tells you she has solid credentials. Miss Wagner joined the company back in June to help streamline their financial reporting. Before this, she was the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer at Liberty Bank and Trust, a bank with over $1 billion in assets as of June 2025. She also brings experience as an independent consultant for banking clients. The filing reassures us that Miss Wagner was not selected based on any special arrangements, and she has no familial ties to the current leadership. Now, let's pivot to what the shareholders have been up to. Magnolia Bancorp recently held its annual meeting on the 18th of September. A healthy majority of the company S shares, over 700,000, were represented, meaning the shareholders who showed up or sent in their votes had enough power to make official decisions. This is good governance in action. The first order of business was electing directors. Michael L. Hurley and Jason L. Manson were both up for a 3-year term, and it looks like they got overwhelming support with 573,131 votes each in favour out of the voting shares. This shows shareholder confidence in their leadership. Next up was the 2025 stock option plan. This is how companies often reward and incentivize their employees, especially executives, by giving them the chance to buy company stock at a set price. It passed with 488,957 votes in favor. While not unanimous, this indicates shareholder approval for this incentive structure. Similar to the stock option plan, the 2025 recognition, retention plan and trust agreement also received strong shareholder backing with 488,957 votes in favor. These plans are likely designed to keep key talent motivated and with the company. Shareholders also ratified the appointment of EisnerAmper LLP as the company's independent auditors. This is a routine but critical step to ensure that the company's financial statements are reviewed by an objective third party. A massive 681,333 votes were cast in favor of this. Then came the say on pay vote, where shareholders give their opinion on executive compensation. The named executive officers received approval with 475,857 votes. This is a non-binding vote, so the board can take it into consideration, but is not strictly bound by it. And finally, shareholders voted on how often they want to have this executive compensation vote. The majority, with 287,119 votes, favoured holding this vote every 3 years. This suggests shareholders might prefer to focus on this issue less frequently, maybe implying they are happy with the current approach or want to streamline meeting agendas. So looking at the overall picture from this filing, Magnolia Bancorp Incorporated is navigating leadership transitions smoothly and has secured shareholder approval for key plans that likely aim to bolster performance and talent retention. The newly appointed CFO has a solid background, and the shareholder votes reflect confidence in the existing leadership and their proposed strategies. One thing that does stand out is the significant number of broker non-votes, which were about 110,666 shares for several proposals. This means that in cases where the beneficial owner of the stock did not provide voting instructions to their broker, the broker could not vote those shares on certain matters. While the majority of proposals passed with substantial support, a lower broker non-vote count would have indicated even broader shareholder engagement. Now, my take on this is that Magnolia Bancorp seems to be making responsible decisions. The departure of a long-serving CFO was handled professionally, and the appointment of Miss Wagner with her strong credentials is a positive step. The shareholder meeting results show that the company is largely in sync with its owners on strategic directions like compensation and director appointments. The approval of the stock option and retention plans shows a focus on long-term growth and employee engagement, which are crucial for any financial institution. The main strength here are clear leadership succession and shareholder alignment. The potential risks, if any, would lie in how effectively the new CFO integrates and executes the financial strategy, and whether the approved plans actually achieve their intended retention goals. The advisory vote for every 3 years on executive compensation is also interesting, perhaps a signal that shareholders are comfortable with the current compensation philosophy or want to focus their attention on other strategic matters more frequently. Overall, Magnolia Bancorp appears to be in a phase of stable transition and strategic affirmation. They are managing change internally while ensuring their shareholders are on board with the company's direction. Alright, that is our deep dive into Magnolia Bancorp's latest filing. What are your thoughts on these leadership changes and the shareholder votes? Let us know in the comments below if you found this breakdown valuable. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more of these insights. Don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for even more detailed discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.